Steve Waugh gets candid at the India Today Conclave. He spoke to Rajdeep Sardesai about sledging, Virat Kohli and who are the top contenders for World T20.
Going into this World T20, would I be right in saying that Steve Waugh also believes that India are the favourites to win the World T20 because of the IPL and the experience that India has had in playing T20 cricket? Would you pitch India as the favourites despite the fact that we've lost the first game to New Zealand?
Well, I've got the benefit of having that information now, and I'd probably say they're not as strong favourites as they were 4 days ago. But look, they've got a team that's very capable of winning this T20 World Cup. But you can see by the format, and there's been 5 previous T20 World Cups where 5 different sides have won. I think as you compact the game, the element of luck comes into it a lot more. Whereas Test cricket tests you out over 5 days, it tests you out, you know, physically, mentally, technically, socially, and emotionally. And so there's a lot of things come into play there. Whereas T20 cricket, it's over in a couple of hours, and that brings together. Most teams become more even. It can depend on one player having a great day, and so that side can beat any other side. That's why there's no real clear favourites in 2020. And you saw straight away how New Zealand, every match report I saw, or preview of that match, said that New Zealand would struggle because they didn't have quality spinners. Next minute they take 9 wickets and bowl India out for 79. So it is a very unpredictable form of the game, and that's why it's hard to say who the clear-cut favourites are. If you had most people analysing it before the tournament, a high percentage would say Australia, India, and probably South Africa are the 3 favourites. But I think any one of these, probably 7 or 8 sides could actually win it.
Virat Kohli, for example, would you say that he is the best batsman in the world, as some call him? Or is that an Indian way of looking at it? An Australian would say Steve Smith is the best batsman in the world. Who for you, across formats, but particularly in the shorter formats, is possibly the best player in the world? Is it a Virat, a Smith, or someone else?
It's very hard to say. Test cricket is a little bit different. I think you got people like Smith and Kane Williamson, A.B. de Villiers, Virat Kohli, Dave Warner, a lot of players who are great players. Without doubt, the best 2020 player in the world, in my mind, stats-wise, is Virat Kohli. I think he averages 52 in 2020 cricket with a strike rate over 120. I mean, that's unheard of, particularly when you compare to someone like another contemporary great player is Steve Smith, who averages 20 in the 2020 format. So that shows how good a player Kohli has been. A.B. de Villiers, I think, is definitely up there in the 2020 format. And of course, you got someone like Chris Gayle, who you saw last night, can win a match just by himself. And if he has a great tournament, the West Indies can win this 2020 World Cup. There's no doubt about it, because when he's in form, it doesn't matter which bowler's bowling or which ground he's at. The grounds aren't big enough. So if one person has a great World Cup, they can win it for their team. But I think if I had to pick one batsman that I would want in my T20 side, it would be Virat Kohli.
He's almost Australian-like in that sense. I mean, in the way he sort of carries himself on the cricket field.
What you're saying is a sledger, are you?
I didn't say that.
Well, you said he was Australian. You said we all sledge, so that means he's a sledger.
Well,
you said that, not me.
Well, he's got these tattoos. He does things which Indian cricketers 10 years ago would never do. No right. Indian cricketer had a tattoo 10 years ago.
No Australian cricketer had a tattoo 10 years ago either.
That's true.
I didn't have one, but look, he's a modern day cricketer, and look, yeah, kids all around the world love the way he plays. I just like how he's technically very, very correct. Even in the 2020 stuff, he plays, I guess, so-called proper cricket shots. He rarely goes for a reverse sweep or a ramp shot. He would prefer to play the cover drive or the flick over the leg side. So he's a fantastic player to watch. And but this will really test him out, because India in this situation where they're backed into the corner a bit, they need fighters. I mean, Dhoni will come out. There's no doubt about that. But he'll need a couple of other guys coming with him under pressure.
Breaking news coming in this afternoon. Bomb scare at the Indira Gandhi International Airport in Delhi. Threat to Air India, Nepal Airlines flight. All on board 2 flights have been detained. There's check.
So this time it's going to be me who's going to be talking to you.
It's going to be me who's going to tell you what's new from the world of technology. We have news, we have reviews, and we have Sahil doing the Redmi Note 3 review. And